Hello everyone, welcome to RichPuff channel, where I will lead you onto the journey of wealth. Do you know how to differentiate good debt and bad debt? In this video, I will be talking about the differences between good and bad debts. During the olden days, you were deemed to be rich if you did not have any debts. However, all rich people have debts, but they have the knowledge to turn their debts into cash flow. With that being said, are all debts bad? Subscribe to RichPuff channel if you haven't already, as I will be sharing more tips and knowledge on how to make money fast. Going back to the initial question, not all debts are bad. A good debt has the potential to increase an individual's net worth. It could even enhance your life and your standard of living in a good way. It takes money to make money. The money that you use contributes to debt. However, you can use debt to generate cash flow and make profit too. If the debt you take on helps you to generate income and build net worth, it is a positive sign. With that being said, what are some examples of good debts? The first good debt is real estate. There are many different ways to make money if you own real estate. The simplest way is to live in the house for a few years and sell it off at a profitable price. If you are looking to generate higher passive income monthly, you might want to own multiple real estates and rent it out. Through the monthly income you gain on rents, you may even achieve eventual capital gain. In my previous video, how to know which is asset, 80% of people aren't able to identify this. I talk about how wealthy people use their real estate assets to preserve and gain wealth. Do check out that video for more detailed explanations and examples on what you can do with real estates. The second good debt is education. The more education an individual has, the greater potential they have in earning more money. For starters, education has a positive correlation with the ability to find employment. Higher educated workers are more likely to be paid well and tend to have higher growth within the company. It is also easier for them to find new jobs for advancement in the field. For example, if the company only has one available position, but there are two outstanding candidates to choose from, comparing two interviewees with good personality, one has a degree, but the other one has only a high school certificate. The company will most likely pick the highly educated one, as he or she gain more knowledge about a particular field during the years of study in university. An investment in higher education, college or technical degree, often pays for itself within a few years of entering the workforce. If an individual chooses not to go for further studies after high school and starts working straight away, for sure, they might be earning more than their peers in college. However, a few years down the road, it would be the opposite. Those who do not go to college may have it the harder way when it comes to career advancement. Their wages might be stagnant, where the company does not give a raise as they are missing a certificate compared to their peers. However, do take into consideration that not all degrees are of equal value. You have to consider both the short and long-term prospects of any field of study that appeals to you. To further elaborate the importance of education, many at the managerial level would choose to further their studies, even doing part-time studies to get their master's, or most commonly, MBA. This is because they are aware of the importance of education, hence are willing to invest time and money into it. Knowledge comes with education. Despite Elon Musk being that rich, he still earns for more knowledge, keeping himself educated across multiple fields. With that being said, invest in your education, go for a more reputable institute of education, and choose the right field to venture into. The outcome will be double and triple as years go by. The third good debt is start a business. The capital fund to start off your businesses is generally a good debt. Many entrepreneurs will choose to borrow money from their parents or to take a loan from the bank to kickstart their business. Although businesses are a risk, it will guarantee a huge profit if you persevere and manage to gain public recognition. Being a boss is both financially and physiologically rewarding, but it also means hard work. With great power comes great responsibility. You may end up having to pay off the debt all by yourself. However, if you succeed, the profit will keep prospering. It is definitely a good debt to kickstart your journey of becoming wealthy. Do choose to venture into a business field that you are passionate and knowledgeable about. If you like this video, your entrepreneurial journey would be very successful. What are bad debts then? Bad debts are borrowed to purchase depreciating assets. They do not go up in value or generate income, unlike real estate. It would definitely make you more broke. Even selling it off immediately will not grant you the original price you bought. Bad debts in worse situation leads to bankruptcy. Number 1. Cars. While many think that cars are a basic necessity to move around in daily lives, borrowing money to buy a car isn't a great idea from a financial perspective. By the time the car leaves the car lot, the vehicle is already worth less than when you bought it. Although the rate of depreciation varies by car brands and models, in general, a car can depreciate by more than 20% after just 1 year. It loses its value so much that it becomes a bad debt. To obtain yourself a car loan, you will be borrowing a secured debt. Secured debt are backed by an asset for collateral purposes. If the loan isn't paid back, the lender, most commonly the bank, has the option to seize the asset. Being said, the bank places a loan or claim of ownership on the vehicle's title. If you fail to make payment, the bank can repossess the car and sell it to co-op the funds. Of course, they will have an interest rate, generally based on creditworthiness and the value of collateral. If you really need to borrow a loan or money to buy a car, then look for a loan with low or no interest. It will still be a huge sum of money for you to be investing in for a depreciating asset, but at least you won't be paying interest on it. If you have a choice, take public transport or carpool with others. There is no point putting yourself in bad debts, especially at the start of your career. The second bad debt is clothes and consumables. It's often said that clothing is worth less than half of what consumers pay for them. Especially when you go to thrift stores or used clothing stores, the price point of those clothes might only be 20% of the original selling price. Of course, you need clothes, house appliances, and food. But borrowing money to buy them but using a high interest credit card isn't a good use of debt. Minimal clothes are also enough, unlike those lying in your cupboard untouched. Those are bad debts as you cannot use them to generate income. Also, use a credit card for convenience, but make sure you will be able to pay off your full balance at the end of the month to avoid interest charges. Credit cards are examples of unsecured debt, where you can make a loan with no asset held as collateral. Credit card reward programs give card holders an extra incentive to spend. However, if you are not able to pay it on time, the interest charges may more than offset the value of your rewards. Credit cards are harmful if you don't know how to use them wisely, bringing money into bankruptcy if they aren't able to pay on time. They are also in a way known as legal or licensed loan sharks. Therefore, do not fall into the trap of misusing credit cards. Most people encounter some form of debts in their lives. Fear not, as not all debts are created equally and some debts are indeed good debts. They help you to generate cash flow while you are asleep. With that being said, Can you now differentiate between good debts and bad debts? RichPuff always encourages people to invest in assets that appreciate as years pass by. Hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.